2 weeks.
My hair grows quick. But also men's hair grows quick.
Men's hair.
Yeah. This is all in the podcast, maybe.
Is it?
We are rolling.
Hello. You didn't even cut. You literally didn't even say anything. Hi all. Seems we've been talking for the last hour. How are we? Oh, should we address the elephant in the room? Elephant. Isn't she lovely? We were just having a discussion, my producer and I, about whether or not it ages me. He's literally just called me a 40-year-old woman. That's so literally what you just said. That is literally what you just said. What he said was, when you're 40, maybe you're able to wear this, you know, like day in, day out. But this, like, switch it up. Anyway, today, hi. How are we? Let's talk about it, because I'm tired. I'm so tired, and I feel like I say this several times, but today I'm actually really tired. Let me tell you for why. Yesterday I got back from New York. Also, there's this cut here and also my legs are quite hairy. Can you catch that on camera? Can you catch the hair on the leg? Can you really? Okay. Sorry, screaming in your ear. I have a cut. Also, I fell down the stairs. Okay, we've got a lot. We've got a lot to run through. But, let me do the intro. Hello. Anyway, let's get on the... I'm kidding. This is Ayame We Trust. I'm Ayame, and apparently you trust me for some god-awful reason. This podcast is available, and if you're listening to it, then you know where it is. And it's also available visually on YouTube, Ayame.P/Ayame We Trust. Anyway, I got back from New York yesterday. Why? I was in New York for a whole week. A week! What the frickin' heck am I doing in New York for a week? But I was there because it was my best friend's birthday. Shout out, best friend. You ruined my week. No, it was lovely. It was really wholesome because I only really ever go to New York mainly for work. And this time, I got to really see Times Square for the 57th time. Do you know what I mean? That was fun. I saw someone smoking crack. Oh my God. So, can I say that? Okay. So I was... Buckle up. I was in the subway. We were in there because, you know, the subway, you know, New York, if you've been to New York and if you're from New York, you know that, like, you'll go your day to day and you'll see something and you'll think, oh, that's lovely. I was leaving the subway. Are you typing in whether I can say smoked crack?
If it's within the first 90 seconds of the video, then I'll bleep it out.
Thank you, baby. Anyway, I was walking up the stairs and there was a man, obviously not doing well. Pipe, lighter, crack. Now, here's the thing. I've seen someone smoke weed. I've seen someone snort cocaine. I've seen someone take an ecstasy pill. Can I say these things? I've never seen someone do heroin. Don't wish to. I've never seen someone smoke crack. So for me, I was like, oh my God, I'm seeing someone smoke crack. And I'm literally getting the R train in the middle of Bryant Park. What are we talking about? There's someone smoking crack in the middle of New York train and everyone's just rush hour going to work. It was a crazy experience. Anyway, went to New York for my best friend's birthday. It was a great week. We went to Times Square. I had Magnolia Bakery. Now, here's another thing. If you ever go to New York, and if you ever go to New York, literally bookmark this, because I'm going to tell you this, because not many people know it. And one thing about me, I usually gatekeep, because I also don't like people ruining things. But there's one pizza place in New York. It's called Pizza Love Sauce. They know me in there. And I don't know, it's kind of actually quite embarrassing because every time I go in, they're like, hey, welcome back. But it's a pizza place. So that's not slay. Like if I was walking into like Hermes and they'd be like, hello, welcome back. That would feel slay. It's a pizza place in New York. And I walk in and they're like, oh, there's our girl. Coming to get that 6 slice of pizza today. So she doesn't like that, but she loves that they know her because I love them. There's a pizza called the tie-dye pizza. It's pesto sauce, vodka sauce, and tomato sauce striped. Fucking beautiful. I've never tasted anything better in my life other than Magnolia Bakery. Those are the two things that if I go to New York, those places will see me. And I don't care if I was literally in New York a couple weeks before for a day. I said, make my way downtown to that Pizza Love Sauce. So if you ever go to New York, Pizza Love Sauce, it's on Houston Street, I think. Love it. Anyway, went to New York for my best friend's birthday. She's turned 28, which means I'm ever so near to that 28 mark. How do we feel about it? Every time I meet someone and they're like, how old are you? And I'm like, I'm 27. I'm fucking 27. Almost 28. And they're like, oh, but you're 30 is so fun. No, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. You can see I don't want to be 30. You can see I want to live in my youth. I want to stay in my 20s forever. And I have actually decided. And if you take this idea, and I know you've taken it, you can literally burn in hell. She's tired today. She's being aggressive. Long story short, I'm going to be celebrating my 30th for 10 years. Every year from my 30th birthday, every year will be my 30th birthday. And we're going to celebrate my 30th birthday until, miraculously, I'm 40. Because she's a witch. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm wearing boots today. I'm on a date tonight with a lesbian. We won't talk. I went on a date last week with a lesbian. She's in her lesbian area. Areola. What was I going to say? I fell down the stairs, actually. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how I fell down the stairs. Today, I was wearing these boots and I was stressed. I was absolutely stressed. And I was in the station. I'm really scared that you can pick up these hairs. Can you see those hairs? Can you see those hairs like eye level?
Nah.
Naked eye? Nah. Show me your naked eye right now.
My vision's bad. But
thank God.
I see it on here. You're fine.
She's just got little prickly ones. Little pubes. Everyone loves a little pube. Huh. Where were we? Fell down the stairs. So I was getting ready because I went to the Wicked. Also, I went to Wicked yesterday. We'll talk about that. We'll get onto it. Just wait. Just be patient. What if we do... Okay, hold on. Actually... Yeah. Went to a Wicked premiere. Yes. I mean, what was I talking about? Oh, I went to a Q&A today for Wicked. And I was wearing these boots because I'm also going to film this podcast. And I also had to meet with the lesbian tonight. Get ready. And I fell down the stairs. And I fell down 3 flights. And then I bent backwards like this. Like Michael Jackson. And bent backwards. And there are about 4 people around me. And it was really humbling. That's my story about the stairs. Then I went to a Wicked Q&A. Went to see Wicked yesterday. Let me tell you. When is this coming out?
2 days.
Great. Wicked is fantastic. When's Wicked out? I'm in hell.
Surely you can say it's great even if it's not out yet.
Oh, yeah, Wicked's out. When Wicked...
When it comes out, it's going to be out.
I think it's November 22nd. And we're on November 19th?
22nd is Friday.
I think it's November 22nd. Wicked comes out tomorrow. Watch it. It is phenomenal. It is the first musical film I've seen, and I've seen a lot of musical films, including Cats, but we won't fucking talk about that one because I love Cats. Have you seen Cats? I love Cats the musical. Have you seen Cats the musical? It's fantastic. If I ever end up acting on stage, because obviously I act, I want to be Grisabella. And when you watch Cats, you will see what I mean. She's just a whore. She's a whore that's just been ripped to shreds. And she's just vulnerable. And I want to be Grisabella. Long story short, Wicked, fantastic. It is the first musical I've seen that felt like... Do you like musicals? Yeah. First musical I've seen... I don't know whether there's a bubble or hair. First musical I've seen that felt like... That feels the same feeling as watching a musical in theatre. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's because, here's a fun fact. They actually, oh, you probably already know the fact because they say it in every single press. They didn't pre-record their songs. So all the songs are done in the room whilst they're acting. So they'll do the scene, sing. So the sound that's picked up is the sound from the room as opposed to a recording studio. And that's why I feel like it feels like a real musical.
I don't like musical films. I like musical theatre.
But not musical films.
No.
Don't watch Cats. Don't watch Cats anyway, because Cats the musical film. No, Cats the musical. Or. Also, if you watch I think it's the 1993 version of Cats the musical with Elaine Page as Grisabella, 10 out of 10. But Cats the film, awful. Wicked the musical, fantastic. Wicked the film, fantastic. That's all I have to say. What other film? West Side Story as well. That's another one, but they pre-record them anyway. Was she talking about? She fell down the stairs. She watched Wicked. She's seeing a lesbian tonight. And the question is, am I really bi? Because I was thinking about this earlier today. Because I thought to myself, I was getting ready for my lesbian date. Hey! And I had a lesbian date last week. I'll tell you about it in a sec. I was getting ready for my date and I thought, I'm 27. How am I only dating women now? Do you know what I mean? Like, why wasn't I doing this before? Or am I really bi? Or am I just bi now? Because I hang out with more gay people. And now it's like seeped into my brain. Because gayness is a choice. No. Remove that. No, don't, because actually it is. No, I'm kidding. You know it's sarcastic. Anyway, and so I really have woken up today thinking, I don't really know, because I've never slept with a woman. Now I'm talking to you, but we're all here in this conversation. You, me, producer. I've never slept with a woman. I've kissed women. Never slept with a woman. Never been in a relationship with a woman. And I always remember being attracted to women, but I've never dated a woman, and a woman has never approached me previously for dating. So I guess I've never had the opportunity to be bi. But then I'm like, why didn't you do this before? If you were really strongly bi, you would have been like, I'm proper into women as well. So am I really bi?
I don't think you can answer that question or ask that question under the proviso of why only now. Because things happen in different timescales for everyone. Some people know really young, some people don't. I don't think that's a fair way to ask yourself, am I really? Because I only realise now, or I've only just started feeling XYZ.
Right. That's a good point. So I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank God. Scared me. No, I really got scared this morning because I was like, oh, is it for attention? Is it, well, I wouldn't think it's a phase. Is it just a phase?
But you could be trying it out. But like that's also not an unfair question to ask, and also an unfair thing to do.
Right. Me, right.
Because maybe you don't know. And that's also okay.
Okay. Thanks. Acceptance by Callum. All right, well, turns out I am actually bi. What was I saying? Date last week, went out with the girl. She was 5'3". Now, she was beautiful and she was really funny. And I thought to myself, okay, because we both decided, hey, I think we were just really good friends. But then I guess with dating women, it's a weird thing because like, wouldn't you just be friends with it? What makes it then I want to lips you? Because I'm friends with most women, most sane women I'm friends with. But what's the difference? But I mean, there's some women I'm friends with that I'd kiss as well. So I guess there's the answer to that question. Long story short, we went on a date. We went to a wine bar. It was really lovely. And she was really short. And so as a woman, and here's the thing, here's the thing. I stand up next to other women and I feel like most women. I feel as though I'm taller than most women I know. So then I think, oh, I'm tall. But then someone will come along and be like, no, you're average. I'm 5'5". Is that average?
That's like slightly.
I'm 5'6". I'm 5'6".
I said slightly tall for a woman. I feel like 5'4", 5'3" is like average.
Average woman size.
I think.
I'm above average, bitch. So I was 5'6" and I was in heels, hovering over this 5'3" woman. She's beautiful. She can sing. And I thought to myself, and I'll tell you, the 5'5".
No, 5'3" is average for in the UK.
5'3" is average height in the UK.
Yeah. Short queens, we love them.
Short queens everywhere, like rats infestation. There's what? They're oh, sure.
Oh no, but I love short women.
You love short women. That feels
Don't make it weird.
paedophilic to me. I don't know, like, do you like them petite as well? If you say yes, you're a paedophile.
Well, now I have to say no.
Yeah. I don't know, short. Anyway. Someone likes a short woman. It's fine. You can like short women. Short women are lovely. Women in general are lovely, especially if they're close in visuals to children, eh? Anyway, went on this date with a woman. She's 5'3", she's tiny. I just think, what do you mean you stopped growing? Like, I never understand people that are really short. I never understand it. What do you mean? Like, from the age, because what? She must have been, and I love you, darling. You're lovely if you ever listen to this. She must have been what? 15 when she stopped growing? What do you mean? You're done with height now. You finished height, you're going to do the other parameters. What do you mean? There's so much more room for you we have so much sky. What do you mean you're just going to stop here? You just grow up to 5'3", you're 15 years old and you're like, I'm going to stop here. What? I mean, I'm only 3 inches taller, but still, 5'3", average? Most women in this country have 5'3". I'm a beast to them. You're a beast. Beast? How dare you? Anyway, do you watch Real Housewives? Of course you don't. Anyway, what was I? Do you? Do you watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
No, I don't watch any of them, but don't underestimate.
I knew you wouldn't.
Reality TV shows.
Okay, what do you watch?
Kardashian. Not Keeping Up, but Kardashian.
House of Kardashian.
Yeah.
Right, okay. It's not the same though, Callum, is it? You just want to watch they're probably all 5'3", don't they? Hey! He's back to work. Yeah, anyway, that day I thought to myself, maybe I'm not bi because we were just friends. And then I thought, maybe I just like women because I do prefer women as a species. Sorry, Callum. But I do prefer women as a species. I think thank you. That feels creepy though. They're much...
Bullshit.
I don't know, whenever men are like, I love women, freaks me the fuck out. You know what I mean? Anyway. What was I saying? Callum, you've made me lose my track.
Sorry.
It's the pixie cut. It's the wig. Oh, yeah. Should we dress this as well? I wore this. Should we address this? Maybe I'll do that next episode, which is going to be today. Anyway. What was I talking about? I was bi, short woman, talking to the short woman. I thought, oh, we're friends. So, I mean, if you're listening to this and you're a les, can you give me some advice? Because how did you know? Because I spoke to my other les friend. I've got a couple. I spoke to my other leser. And she was like, oh, like if you're on a date with a woman and you feel really, like you feel the same way that you felt on other dates that you are historically have been on with men, which felt like an attack, then, and you're nervous, like you feel a bit, ooh, then that's not just your friend, if that makes sense. So I'm waiting for that date. Maybe it's tonight. We'll see. We'll find out. I'll let you know next episode. No, I won't because I'm filming it today. How long have we been rolling? Please say 20 minutes.
Oh, hell no. Probably...
If it's under 10, I'll kill myself.
I was going to say probably about 10.
Oh, thank God. I almost killed myself. That would have been excessive. Could you imagine? No, I'd do a clean kill self here.
Wow.
If I was in this room.
Yeah, go on. Concrete floor, so there's no carpet or rug can be thrown out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, because I'm quite heavy, so I wouldn't be able to hang myself from those, I don't think. What's the weight limit of those, do you think? Yeah. What do you consider a lot? You like a 5'3" woman. You like short queens.
I'm saying you could hang
You like
100
petite.
kilos from that.
100 kilos.
Yeah.
Do you think I weigh 100 kilos?
No, I know
You
weigh
cunt.
less. Shut it. I'm not having this.
I could weigh 100 kilos. Who knows? It's a lot. I have a lot of muscle mass. Do you know what my muscle mass is? Because I'm gonna say how much I weigh. No, I'm not. I weigh a lot.
I bet it's not.
20 kilograms. No, I'm kidding. No, last time I weighed myself, I weighed about 75 kilograms. 57 kilograms of that is muscle. I am hefty. Yeah. I can bench press a lot.
Muscle weighs a lot more than fat.
It does. And that's why I'm massive. But what was I going to say? What was I saying? Oh, I bought a bag in New York. What else did I see in New York? Should we go back to the New York talks? I don't know whether this is real hair. It feels real. Should we go back to New York?
How much is real weave? Is it expensive?
In comparison to synthetic, like you can get this for like a tenner, maybe 15. If you get it real, let's bump that up to 60.
How much did you pay?
I don't know. I haven't got the invoice yet. My hairstylist, isn't that slay? That felt really slay.
I haven't got the invoice. Like you got a stylist.
Yeah, I do. Well, he did it. He basically, so underneath this, teaching a white man wigs. Underneath this is a wig cap. Well, my hair's cane road.
Yes, I do.
No, underneath here is cane rows, and then, well, you grew up in the UK, so I feel like most white boys in the UK know what cane rows are, but like Americans don't. No?
I learned what that stuff is when I moved to London.
That stuff.
Yeah, that was quite a sentence.
That was crazy. It's fine, you can cut it out. No. Well, oh yeah, you're not from London, weirdo. Anyway, under here is my hair's cane road, and then there's a wig cap, and then you basically can get hair in bundles, which are like they're you know, like tracks, like extensions, white girl extensions. That, and he basically glued those on, sewed them on, and then cut it to my head shape. So I got this wig made for me. Crazy. And it will stay with me for like, and I think it's real hair because it feels very real. You can tell from the feeling. Yeah. That was supposed to say for next episode. Now look, dilemmas. Been 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute chat. Also, there was a bit that I wanted to do before where I'm like, this week I've decided, never did that. Haven't done. Fuck off. Oh, I put my Christmas tree up.
Oh, sick.
Am I just emitting hairs? Because every time I look at, there's a little fibre. Yeah, I put my Christmas tree up. And I'm the type of person that if I like Christmas decorations, don't touch my tree. Do not touch my tree. Do not touch the decorations. Just look at them and watch. So my best friend came over to watch as I put up Christmas decorations. I'm a lovely treat. I realised I'm actually a terrible best friend to have. So all the people that comment on my thing, like, I'd love to be your friend. You freaking wouldn't. Do you know why? Because, as you can tell, I go on my phone while I'm talking to you. No, because I get so overwhelmed and agitated for things and then end up being so sharp and blunt. And then what else? That's it, really. But I bought her a bag for her birthday, so it all makes up for it. Oh, and I also, well, as you'll see, and this is the thing, because I'm one of those friends that won't be nice about advice. Stop being an idiot. Do you know what I mean? Oh, thanks, Callum. Callum will be my friend. Now moving on to Agonies. This is where you write in via my website, everythingayame.com, or for most of my friends, everythinggayame.com. And you write in your agonies, and I scream at you for them for the next 10 minutes. Let's go. We've got one from Esther F. The thing is, I know an Esther, and her surname also starts with F. So that's quite like, Esther, is this you? I don't think it is. Okay, sorry, I read ahead. Sorry, I read ahead. Hi, Ayame. First, and let me say, because I'm actually going to read it. Can I show this? Yeah, I'm going to show this. It doesn't have any, like, of my content in. It doesn't have any. I don't think so. It just says to me. I'm reading it as is. Can you see that in the screen? I'm reading it as is. And it says, hi, Ayame. First off, I just want to say how much I love. I'm going to burp. She went, hi, Ayame. First off, I just want to say how much I love and appreciate your content. That's there. That's from a real person, so I didn't make it up. Thanks for writing that in. Especially as a fellow young, beautiful, funny, loud, and sexy mixed race black woman. Snap. Also, the fact that you called me loud. I felt like a microaggression, baby, but I'll take it. I'm currently studying to be a singer. How do you study to be a singer? Good work. I'm currently studying to be a singer, and my dream is to one day get super famous so I can be interviewed by you. By me? Jesus. Anyways, on to my agony. I fear I am in love with a man. With a white man. A white man. It's getting so much worse. A white man who is 5'7". let's say a prayer for our sister Esther. She's in love. She's in love. She's in love with a man who is white. That's okay though. My mum's white and she's lovely. And Callum's white. There's so many good white men. Do you know what? Here's the thing though. Okay, we'll get into the agony, but I am on my white man. If this lesbian doesn't go well tonight, I'm getting a white man. I'm bagging me a white man. Because apparently they're all the rage.
We are not a fetish.
Yeah, you are.
We are.
You are, babe. You are. Maybe to other white girls. But to black women you are.
Sorry.
But in a good way. We'll get into it. A white man who's 5'7". That's the problem here. I think the main problems are man and 5'7". You're dating a woman, first of all, and second of all, how did you, but here's the thing, because I mean maybe it's just me. How did you get past the, because you're in love now, how did you get past that barrier of being in love? He's 5'7". How did you ever even respect him? Let alone fall in love? How tall are you? 5'11". Yeah. Are you? How did you ever get past that barrier of respect to then fall in love with a child? Anyways, he is great and lovely and treats me like a goddess and has very pretty eyes and goes down on me often and well. She said you don't have to say that part out loud. Babes, okay, here's another thing. If you write in, I'm going to read it. I'm so glad he goes down on you well. But it's still mildly embarrassing, as I'm sure you understand. Now, here's the thing. Oh, okay, which part's embarrassing? You as a species are embarrassing. Now, here's the thing. Now, if you're embarrassed about him being white, that's a bit weird. Because they're all the rage now. It's 2024. White men are all the rage now. A straight white man? We've never heard of such a thing. But if you're embarrassed about the fact that he's 5'7", you should be. I'd say be embarrassed for a good week. But then you've got to live your life because you've decided to fall in love with this little boy. So you really do have to accept it. And if he treats you well, then who gives a crap? I know I joke. I know I jest about, men having to be a certain height for me. But if a 5... I can't do it. I can't do it. I almost said 5'11" as a minimum. I can't do it. But think about all the short, like, for example, Tom Holland's short. He treats Zendaya lovely. Daniel Radcliffe, he's shorter than his wife. And he's white. They're both white. I mean, Zendaya, actually. Zendaya. Let Zendaya be a testament to all of us mixed race women. Is she mixed race or black? Fully black. I think she's mixed race. But I've only ever seen her black parent. It's interesting that you typed Z and then Zendaya's face immediately popped up. Have you typed her before, sweetie? I think you have. She's petite. Did you Google is Zendaya black?
No, I said Zendaya race.
Oh, it's okay.
African American, Nigeria, mother. No, she's mixed.
She's mixed. Let Zendaya be a testament to you, darling. Tom Holland is tiny, but he's full and tall with his love. And so if this man is treating you right and eating you well, then really and truly I think you should just accept that he's short. Because what are you going to do? Fall out of love? Because then that's the stupid thing. You had a man that was really, really, or had a partner, whether it's a man, woman, that's all actually. No. Whether you had a partner that was really lovely and nice, and then you dumped them because they were a bit too short. I mean, you couldn't say I dumped them because they were white, because that's, we get into race wars. That's not a thing. But I would say be embarrassed for the culture of it, for the gag. You can be embarrassed for the gag. You can continue the gag. Because best believe, if I marry a white man, oh, you're going to say something? Good. If I marry a white man, the gag about him being a white man is going to continue until my dying day. Oh, yeah. Me and Graham got married. God, Graham. How did I end up with a Graham? Do you know what I mean? You can continue that gag until, unless Graham's really upset by it, but then at the same time, get over it, Graham. Graham? Anyway, Steve. If I'm with a Steve and I'm happy and he loves me, I'm going to be happy and he loves me, because really and truly, it doesn't really matter who looks at me and thinks, oh, she's a bit short. Oh, she's a bit tall and he's a bit short. Because really and truly, I'm getting eaten well. So I'm really happy for you, actually, Esther. I'm really happy that your cooch is getting yammed. And it's by a little boy. Pleasure and happiness to you, Esther. Next question. Are you going to cut that out? Okay, great. Bear with. Oh, just hit them. Me and little kids? Pedo? Okay. Oh, okay. I'm reading this one because it's got a... oh, you can't hear me. I'm reading this one because it's got a really... oh, it's long. It's got a really nice fake name. Lacey Trujillo. Trujillo. Fantastic. You win. Hi, Ayame. You are so lovely. Again, not a lie. You are so lovely. It says right there, black and white. Hi, Ayame. You are so lovely. I always have such a silly goose time watching your videos and podcast. You silly little goose rat. Rat. I didn't need to add that. So let me start off by saying, I have since cut off contact with this man. Okay, we're getting right in the center. Like, when you're writing a story, you should start at the beginning. You've put me right in the middle. I've since cut off contact with this man, but this experience has majorly fucked with my head, and I need your opinion, please. Oh, it's like a precursor. It's like a blurb, and then we're going to get into it. I like the way you've done that. I'm intrigued now. So I recently got out of a 6-year relationship, and I'm entering my hoe phase. Welcome to the honess. It's one... can't really speak. I haven't been a hoe for a while. I'm a spiritual hoe. Spiritually, I'm a slut. Like mentally and emotionally, I'm a dirty whore. Physically, I'm a nun. Along the way, I met this guy. We got along and I had a lot of similarities. Jesus. We went out a few times and then he dropped a bomb on me. He's 30 and he tells me he has not had sex. Now, if we cut back to the previous episode I did, where I said it's okay to lose your virginity late, I take that back. 30? No. He's 30. Maybe you just didn't get around to it. Some people do different things. And he tells me he's not had sex. He's good looking, so I wasn't sure what to think of it. He's lying. He told me he grew up really religious and it messed him up. Mormon, eh? Mormon. They're everywhere. They're everywhere these days. Recently, all I've heard is Mormon. And when I was, maybe it's because I'm more Americanized in my day-to-day. When I was younger, we don't have Mormons here, do we? Do we? Do we really? I know we have Jehovah's Witnesses, but Mormons as well? God, we've got them too. Anyway, Mormons. I'm hearing about them everywhere. There's TV shows about them. It's quite funny because if you do flip that over and you say Muslims, hearing about them everywhere. We've got TV shows about them. We do though. It would be quite... we might get into it. Anyway... we trauma bonded over our childhood religious traumas. Long story short, I fucked him. That was aggressive. You took his virginity softly and gently. I know, she says. But I really liked him and felt really understood by him. And the sex really, really wasn't good. What did you expect? He is 30, having never been inside a woman or a man. Or had a man or woman inside of them. Of course it was shit. Everyone's first time shit. Anyway, well, my first time was shit, but it wasn't shit. You know what I mean? Anyway, I already have body image issues. Oh, we're getting deep now. We're getting into self-consciousness. I already have body image issues, and he couldn't come. And I immediately thought it had to be because of me. See, why have you done that? Why have you gone and done that? It's got nothing to do with you, cunt. That's too much. But it's got nothing to do with you. He literally has never had or been inside of a woman or a man. You're his first woman or man. And he's inside of you. He's thinking about that. He's thinking to himself, why didn't I do this earlier? I have religious trauma. I was a Mormon since I was a child. Now I'm 30, having never had my cock touched. And I'm inside this beautiful woman. And I can't come. And I'm overthinking that. And so I can't come. Why can't you come? And then he doesn't come. And he's having all of that in his head. I know men are simple creatures, but sometimes they're just fucking stupid. And he's having all that in his head. And you've seen that and thought, it's because of my love handles. Baby girl, there's so much more. We continued to hang out a lot since then. See? But he would never compliment me or do simplest of things like touch me or kiss me. It was always me initiating things. He wouldn't ever tell me his real feelings or emotions. He always seemed so closed off and uncomfortable, even a little scared. But the moments where he seemed to let his guard down and we could really connect, it felt incredible. At times when we would hook up, he couldn't get hard or couldn't come. It was like he couldn't feel anything. I know it's awful, but I would always leave the experience feeling horrible and so ugly. Baby. No. Now let me tell you, and I've learnt this, men will get hard to a wardrobe and sometimes won't get hard to you. Men will get hard to maybe you in a hazmat suit and then see you fully naked and be like, because it's actually nothing to do with you. It's a lot to do with them. Thank you, Callum. Callum has a penis and he's I said Callum has a penis and you looked down and that was very unnerving. That's very unnerving. Callum has a penis and he has confirmed that that's true. It's nothing to do with you. Thank you. At times, also, you've also just confirmed that he has trauma as a child. He had a weird childhood religiously and then grew up with trauma and has religious trauma and you bonded over that. And then in the same block are also confused as to why he might be, he might find it difficult to show emotion. He might find physical touch difficult, and he might find it difficult to be complimentary. You've literally just answered your question. I just hope you know that. And I'm just letting you know, I'm being so slay about it. You've literally told yourself why he's doing that. And that's fine. And it's not something to be, you can be mad about it if you want. But the reason that he probably doesn't like holding your hand or isn't his first, maybe he does like holding your hand, it's just not his first instance to hold your hand, or doesn't compliment you, or don't do all these things. He doesn't first think to hold your hand because he maybe wasn't used to having physical touch in his life. He maybe might not compliment you because he's not used to receiving compliments. He doesn't know how that feels to receive a compliment or to just be nice to other people or compliment because maybe he grew up in a social setting where complimenting was just not normal or backhanded. And maybe he doesn't get deep and emotional with you about his feelings because he also struggles with that and grew up in a religious household where feelings are just religion. You know what I mean? So you just answer your question. But if those things are important to you, then it's okay to leave him. Not because of his trauma. It's okay to leave him, and you're not leaving him because he's got all that trauma and you can't deal with it. You're leaving it because you would like to be with someone who does do those things, and he just doesn't. And he's lovely, he just doesn't. And so you go on your way. That's okay. I just want you to be aware of that. Anyway, he always seems so closed off and uncomfortable, even a little scared. But the moment, yep. At times when we would, yep. I know it's awful, but I would, yep. At times he would say he cared about me so much and his feelings were deeper than he would let on. I got tired of the hot and cold and started hooking up with other people. He implied he was going to do the same, and that's when he started to really grow distant. I told him going forward I would like to be just friends, and he said he agrees and that I mean more to him than he was ever able to show. I hate that I was hurt as much as I was. I just feel like, what the fuck did I experience? We were talking for 4 months and I keep spiraling, wondering if he was ever into me at all during this whole experience. Now, maybe it's naive. I think he was. I think he was into you. I think you've just decided to go on your merry way because your love languages, so to speak, because I think love language is a load of shit, but your expectations of each other were just not matched, and that's okay. And the reason that you spiral and keep thinking back about it is because he was nice, or there were parts of him that you did like, and it just didn't work out. You always find that the people that it didn't work out with are the ones that you hyperfixate on. There is a man there is a couple of men in my head that sometimes I think, oh, I wish we got on. No, I don't. But because we didn't work, and it's almost feels like it was like a lollipop that was taken out of my hand and sucked on by someone else. I think, oh, I want that lollipop. I didn't even like that flavour. Do you know what I mean? I didn't even like that flavour, but because someone took that lollipop, or because I don't get that lollipop and it's no longer mine, I pissing want it. And that's the reason we hyperfixate on these people that we don't end up with, because they would they feel as though they were gone too soon. They're not. They went at the right time. You can hyperfixate all you want. You shouldn't be with this man. And I'll tell you for why. Not because of his trauma, not because of him losing his virginity late, because you just don't match. And that's it. And you will find someone who compliments you as much as you would like to, maybe a bit too much, and then you have to reel it back. You will find someone that holds your hand when you want to, or you will find someone where you don't feel as though you have to question whether they like you. You just know. Done. That's the end of this episode. Next week I'll talk about my wig, because I'm sure you're all wondering. And I'm not sure what else. Not next week, because I've got a guest next week. In a few weeks we'll talk about my wig, and it'll be Christmas. Goodbye. Love you.